Family trees are cut down to make boats that the families flee on. Sit down and take note of this incredible story, how they passed the sea's horizon. A commendable glory turning tragedies to triumph.
Tensions arise, early 75. Local surprise as more foreigners arrive. Bold-faced soldiers give indistinct orders in a slow-paced voice of a distant city life. From moms who tell their kids the untruth, these men are just visiting, they'll be gone soon. The growing tunes of war, guns shoot and bombs boom, and soon becomes when monsoons mark the end. Then it happens, 10 a.m. napping, woke up to the sound of her parents packing. It's time to go, but she already knows. Yesterday just 5, today fully grown. Their thin walls can't disguise her dad's chagrin calls and mom's frantic cries. Only carry what we can. She must have overheard him stepping out with empty hands just to lessen up their burdens. A hug, a kiss, it's never been like this. A tug and twist, her dad gives her a lift, carried with a yoke across his bony shoulders as they leave their broke home, lost to lonely soldiers. It gets colder. While they scurry off, mother scolds herself, thinking she didn't bring enough. Her dad chokes under all the stress. Mom sulks instead. She's a guilty mess. Labor of her love. She wraps the child up in her layered wedding gown, a pale silky dress. They are heading down a path that none have been. Their neighbors' tracks on the ground will back their confidence. Pots and pans, scatter tools on the road. Find clothes in the wind made of wool unfold. The wealth grows. Family relics, precious wood and gold. Heavy things that those before them couldn't hold.
Cái này nặng quá. Thôi mày. Bỏ đi.
Heavy things they couldn't hold.
The spring has never been this full of silence. No winter saw the seas at all. If summer leaves us waiting for us kindness, we'll see each other in the fall.
They embark to the seas despite all the plight, through the harsh summer heat and the fogs at night, 'cause they long to be free. Bitter songs while they flee from the place they belong to for all their life. On a rocky boat, on an endless sea, they never lost their hope, and when they went to sleep, they all dreamed of a day of freedom in a land where they'll never see their children weep. But then they wake up to the sounds of a copter slowly coming down, making crowns on the water. One father stands up and cries out, "Good soldiers, please save my daughter." But the soldiers can't hear him, and when they get near him, the father realizes that the copter's full. The copter's packed, and the father knows, but in a desperate act, he yells out once more, "If there's no room, then make room, please, 'cause she won't survive these forsaken seas." The soldier eyes the man, how he sobs and he grieves, takes his child from his hands, father falls to his knees, and he pleads to God to put a miracle in motion, that he sees his daughter once again in the foreign land. All the water and the salt of the ocean now could not compare to the tears of this poor man, who left his cottage home, fled out of hope. Now his own daughter gotta learn how to cope, 'cause she looked down and saw so many dead on the boat, as she firmly hung on to her red envelope. She opens it up on the helicopter ride. It's a picture of her with mom and pop on each side. The old soldier doubts she'll ever see them alive, but this old photo now will give her dreams they'll survive, and she'll find
The spring has never been this full of silence. No winter saw the seas at all. If summer leaves us waiting for us kindness, we'll see each other in the fall.
nothing short of a miracle. Fled the frightful sound of guns to shores of America. Splendor of 1,000 suns. The poorest refugees came to start from the ground up. A forest of new family trees sprout up some rowdy sons. But those sons had more sons who become ungrateful for the deeds of the deceased. 'Cause those who see no war say quiet is boredom, but those who know war know quiet is peace. She's been here for 40 years at least, but she still can't get the hang of it. Homes in the east, you remember how she sang of it. Grandmother's culture, first you were ashamed of it. Now you know the true shame, not knowing her language. tongue of the motherland, hung on by a crummy strand. Rubber band the scroll cause you know you're from another clan. You are an American and you know you can't or simply won't become fluent in the language of your folk. And if you have, that's dope, but your kids probably won't. Tragic story of the family's culture coming to a close. And that's the fear of those who risk their lives on the boats and the rafts. Their tradition soon dies as a ghost of the past. And it seems to me pathetic, those born in the West forget their Vietnamese aesthetic. No need to rebuke me for being hypocritical. I already know, I just hope it's forgivable. That the young leaves have drifted so far away from the roots that have gifted them with their golden skin and their golden hearts, carried by the blowing wind, oceans apart. Alas, I am one of them. Now I'm simply asking my peers of privilege, unaware of the past lives, recognize their pain and appreciate their sacrifice. They work for every grain, now give thanks for every sack of rice.